What is your name and your age?
My name is Curtis Nash, and I'm 74 years old.
All right. How old were you when you saw your first movie?
Oh, I guess I was an early teenager. I was probably around about, I went to movies when I was about 13.
All right. So you didn't go as a kid or nothing like that.
Nah, I think I was about 13, but I was still a kid.
Was it any movies out, any theaters when you were little?
Yeah, yeah, I used to like the downtown theater.
Oh, all right.
Uh,
And how much did a ticket cost there?
uh, I think it was somewhere around about 25 cents the first time I went to a movie.
Oh my goodness. What was the theater like?
It's kind of small and it had bench seats, uh, like like peers on a church.
Oh man. All right. Were there refreshments?
Yeah, they had sodas and popcorn.
And how much were they?
Popcorn was about 5 cents, and soda was probably about 5 cents.
All right. That's a little. I'm trying to go back in time. All right. All right. What do you remember about your first movie as an older child or an adult?
Well, I went to a movie with my siblings, and they was older than I was, but I remember my sister, and she remembered everything word for word on that movie,
All right.
and she's kind of like a brainiac, you know.
Oh.
Her name was Dorothy Nash,
Oh, all right.
and she could talk 2 hours on that movie.
And that sounds like myself. I love movies and I quote every part that I like. All right. What do you remember about the star, the story of the costumes or the sets? What did you like about it, the star?
Well, I like Sidney Poitier.
Oh, really?
He's an old time star, and I enjoyed him. He had kind of an accent,
Mm-hmm.
but he was a really good actor to me, and I always admired him.
Where was his accent from?
Where is he from? I don't know, but he was originally a foreigner,
Oh,
and he had kind of that type of accent.
all right. What about the costume and the sets on the movies? Did you like it? The background?
Uh, he had on a suit, kind of old time suit, kind of with a scarf around his neck. So it was some old costume.
It was good. What did you like about this movie?
Well, I like the star, but it was a black movie, and in them days, you didn't see people on the screen too much like yourself. I really enjoyed going to a black movie.
All right. That was the impression that the movie gave you? It was exciting. It was a lot of, excuse me, but Caucasian people on TV back then, and it wasn't a lot of black people. And Sidney Poitier was like one of the only black people, so that's what he means. He was so excited, but he watched anything. Didn't you listen to the
Oh
Beatles and
yeah,
stuff? All
oh
right.
yeah.
And
You didn't have
Elvis.
no choice, you know.
All right. So, what made you want to see a movie? Was it the star, the director, or the genre?
Well, it's just I was just gonna keep up with my siblings. You know, they was going downtown, they was going to a movie, so I was kind of like just following them. I
All
didn't
right.
really know I was gonna end up at the movie, but I enjoyed it, and it was fun. We used to watch TV, you know, and they had some stars on TV that called Amos and Andy
Oh yeah.
with the white lips, and you know when they made us look like we was really
Oh
silly.
yeah, I know what you mean. Oh yeah, they made like a spoof of black people.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it made it like a joke.
Was Sidney Poitier your only favorite star? There were any
Uh,
other?
yeah, uh, there was some more, but I don't remember too many. He stands out, Cindy Poitier.
So you went with your sisters, and you never went by yourself. You always went with your
Right.
family.
Mhm.
Have you ever
Cause
went with
see,
your friends?
I know because I lived in the country, and I was small, and the city was like about 20 miles from where I lived, and you didn't get to the city unless somebody drove you down there. You rode with somebody, so
Mhm.
you couldn't just take off with your friends to go to the movie because you had to get downtown to get to the movie
Did you go on the weekend, during the day, or at night?
on a Saturday night.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. How many movies would you see a month?
Whew. I probably would see maybe 1 or 2 a year.
Oh, one or two a year.
But
Well,
we
I guess it
had
was.
TV. We had black and white TV, so
Oh,
we would see movies on TV.
that sounds good. All right. Did you watch it in a big group with your family, or did you just sneak and watch it? Or
No. We had one TV in the house, and everybody watched the same TV with the family.
all right, all right. Did the movies influence you in any
Still
way?
turning.
Did you learn? Did you learn anything from the films?
Oh yeah, I think I learned a lot because we learned how to act, and how to carry yourself, and how to be funny. And I think we learned a whole lot because just conversations alone, back in those days, you seen stuff that really excited you, and you remember those jokes that was really fun, and you still use those phrases that you learned from the movies.
Like what? Do you remember any?
Uh, they had little sayings.
Like from the 60s or the 70s?
Uh-huh.
It could be the 70s
Yeah,
or the 80s.
but they had little sayings where they say, right on, brother, I can dig it. You know, little slangs like that they had, that they used
So
back
if I
in those
said,
days.
you want to go have a picnic with the family, you said, I can dig it.
Yeah, you can say I can dig it.
All right. What was your occupation back then?
Well, I was still in school, so only occupation I really had was driving a tractor. My dad had me driving since I was 8 years old.
Oh,
I was in the fields driving a John Deere tractor at 8.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so we learned early in the country. So.
What about as a teenager? Football?
Well, I played football in high school.
Oh yeah.
In my 11th and 12th grade.
You could
senior
talk
year.
about high school
I played
in the
football.
60s and 70s. All right. What do you do now?
Well, I'm an auto mechanic now, but I'm semi-retired. But I worked as an auto mechanic for about 35 years. I had a shop.
And
then
you got your
I
own
leased
business?
the shop. Yeah, I had my own business, and I managed a business in the garage. So auto mechanic was my latter business, but my first job, I say, was actually worked at Lockheed Aircraft.
All right. Do you?
That was in '69 to '79.
All right. Do you go to the movies now? What do you think of modern movies?
Yeah, I go to the movies now.
I like your job too.
But
You go to the movies now?
yeah, I go to the movies now. But they changed a lot now. You know, the seats are much more comfortable. And they cost much more, but they're enjoyable now. More in technology, and sound system is much better. You know, and then they had these films in those days that was on tape.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the white lines going through them in black and white.
All right. What's the difference between the movies now
Well, you
and
know,
back then?
back in those days, they had the real type of music that was in black and white, and you could see the lines going through the film. It's one as clear as it is now. And like now, they have 4K movies, and it's in color, and it's much clearer, and you can really hear the sound system much better. So technology changed a lot through the years,
Right. It did.
and so has the films and the actors.
All right. So, so you like the movies now?
Yeah, I like the movies now.
More comfortable to fall asleep in the movies.
Yeah, there's comfortable seats now. But I must admit, those movie stars in those days, they was pretty smart to be as good as they were with the technology that they had.
All right.
And they, I think they really was some brilliant people.
All right. And we are family, I and him. So we went to the movies a lot. And he put me on so many movies. I like so many movies. And it's nice to hear about the old days with Curtis Nash.
Uh-huh.
I'm Ronesha Nash. And this is Cinema 3. Goodbye. Anything you want to say?
No,
All right.
goodbye. And
All right. Well, good having you. Anything else you want to say?
yeah, I enjoyed coming on the show, and I enjoyed you having me. I
All
had fun.
right.
Thanks a lot for inviting me.
It was nice having you, Curtis. It was the best time ever. And I thought it was funny. And you kind of remind me of Sidney Poitier yourself.
And yeah, we used to go to the movie and see Lion King too when you was a kid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I went to see Lion King. It was one of the best movies, Toy Story.
Yeah,
And it was epic.
y'all saw all those Disney movies.
Yeah, he took us, my siblings and I. So we were movie heads, and it's really fun to talk about movies. You can talk about movies on and on and on and on. So, yeah. So what did you do today? You had a good day?
Yeah, yeah. I went to service, and then I went out to dinner with my wife.
All right.
You know, I try to take it easy on Saturday and Sunday.
All
I
right.
kind of like semi-retired now. I just do a little bit.
All right. It is Saturday, so we got to get out of here. It's getting dark. Talk to you later.